Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to change the oil on a Honda. This particular Honda is a 4-cylinder. It's a Honda VTEC. It takes 5W30. I got the cap already undone on the valve cover assembly just for when we get underneath and undo the drain plug for airflow so it'll drain out quicker and faster. Alright, you're going to need, like I said, new oil filter wrench, an oil filter, and a drain plug with a 17mm with a ratchet. Get underneath there. Alright, we're going to slide underneath the vehicle here. Put the drain plug, the drain pan in place, and take out the drain plug. Yes, and then we'll do the filter next. And I already got it pre-loosened here. Like I said, you want to position your drain pan so you don't fling oil everywhere when you undo this plug here. And there we go. Now it's draining right into the pan. While that's draining, we'll slide around and reach under the other side and do the oil filter. Alright, that's almost done draining. So while that's draining, we're going to reach up there on the other side of the oil pan, and we're going to undo the filter. Also, make sure you have the vehicle propped up on jack stands. Let's see, on this Honda, oh, it's right there, right in the middle of the oil pan. Well, wait a second, it'll be done draining here in a minute. Yeah, some Hondas, you can reach up around it on the back side. The drain pan hole is off to the side, like on the Civics. I guess it's for ground clearance, because you know, I've seen other VTECs. Like I said, I've seen VTECs and non-VTECs, but they've been in, you know, one was in a Accord, one was in a Civic, so it must have something to do with the ground clearance with the suspension. But this one's located basically the dead center, so we can't get to the filter, which is right there in the dead center. So we'll be reaching right through the oil. So we'll just hang tight 1 second, then we can put the plug back in. We can reach up there and undo it. Alright guys, well, the oil is pretty much done draining in this thing, so we're going to stick the plug back in place here. So we're going to put it on there hand tight. Wipe all that off real good. We should pick up it with a ratchet. Like I said, and that socket is a 17mm. Let's say we're just gonna, you know, you ain't gotta go crazy tight. Just give it a little pull, a little quarter turn. Also, make sure you don't lose the copper washer on the back side of this drain plug, because otherwise you go to put oil in this thing, you go to fire it up, it's going to leak on you, and you definitely don't want that. And we're going to slide right up there. As you can see, there's the filter. We're going to reach up in there. What I like to do is put the wrench, the axle's right in the way, but I like to take and slide the oil filter wrench up on the filter, and then me personally reach on the other side of the axle and pull on it from that way. Some of these you can undo by your hand, this one you can't. Trying to get this filter wrench up in there one-handed. One second here, guys. Alright, guys. On this Honda, somebody's put a, I guess, a generic type filter on there, so we got to reach up in there with your filter, you know, pliers to undo this one. There she goes. It's coming loose. Whatever brand, Master Parts. I've heard of that. I think it's one of your local parts houses. I think they sell that brand, like AutoZone or one of them. Put your catch pan back in place with the filter, and then you can just reach up in there, undo it with your fingers as it's draining down. Come on. Almost off. Just drive it down through there. And then, whoops. Set it there in the drain pan. I always just set it right over top of the hole so it'll drain down in there. And I'm going to reach up there with some towels, clean all that off. Alright, guys. Once the old oil is finished running down out of the back of the crankcase, we'll reach right up there and screw the new filter on. Oh, one thing real quick. Take your new oil filter and dip it in your oil. So you have a little bit of oil on that oil ring, because you don't want that oil ring to come off and stay stuck up there on the back of the block, because when you go to put your new one on there, it will leak. And I said, always look at your oil when you take it off to make sure that gasket's on there. We're going to screw this one up on there. And on this one we can use the filter wrench and grab it. Got your filter wrench up on there. And then just reach my hand up in there. Give it a couple turns there. Also, with your it's not a little rubber, a little handle gripper is coming off the filter wrench. When you get your oil filter on there hand tight, let's say you don't want to go crazy with it. Just get it hand tight, and then use your filter wrench and go about a quarter of a turn. You know, past hand tight, because you over tighten it, you can actually pinch that gasket and cause it to have a leak. Alright, now we got underneath, we got the drain plug back on with the copper gasket right there. New filter on there. Now we're going to get up top, fill it with oil. Alright guys, one of the things I like to do is I take and put the vehicle back down on the ground. This way it's sitting level. Like I said, I put the vehicle back down on the ground so it's sitting level for filling it up with oil. And then you take your conventional oil, put a funnel in the vehicle, and Start filling her with oil. These Hondas, these little VTECs, they hold right at 4 quarts. And that's including the filter. Alright. And we're going to set this down. We'll start it for, we'll put the oil cap back on and we'll start it for just a second. So that oil filter will fill up with oil. And then we'll recheck it. 1 second here. Alright guys, now we're going to get in. We're going to start it. We got the oil cap back on. Good and tight so the oil don't shoot up out of the valve cover. We're going to start the vehicle. Start the vehicle. Make sure your oil light goes off. Alright. Do one more time there. Now we're going to go back out here and recheck the oil.